All these thoughts fill my mind. All the insults, all the voices causing me pain. My mind is scattered. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I can't be strong any longer. My walls have been smashed down, or crumbled just like biscuits. All alone in this house. I shouldn't be alone. But with these thoughts, those horrible thoughts are pushing me to the edge. I need to stop the voices. I need to stop the pain. There's only one way. It'll be my permanent solution, not a band-aid. A permanent solution is needed. Just grab the rope. Just need to turn the lights on. Just make the nuts. It'll be simple. No one will care. This is what the voices said. All those hurtful names will finally end. I'm a victim of my own mind. A victim of my emotions. That's what they'll all say. Everyone will say it's all her fault. They won't understand the battle I've been dealing with. They won't understand. No one will. Why should they? They were the ones who showed me to this. I won't let her know because they'll say she just did this for attention. This wasn't for attention. This was to put the end to the pain I've suffered. The voices say they lost themselves. They lost painful words. Tears from my eyes as I whisper my last goodbye. Jesus Christ, I'm crying. It's really horrible. I hate crying. Jeez. Yeah, I'm fine. I have a little secret to share. And I say it's a little secret because I haven't told anyone this before. But several years ago, I did try to commit suicide. And clearly it failed for you dicks who want to say, why didn't you do it? It took me 3 years to finally see the tunnel at the end of the light, which is why I tell people that there is hope at the end. It is hard. At the time, I felt like I was going through a rough patch. I felt like the world was against me. I felt like everything was crumbling down, and I felt like that if I did die, it would be great because then nobody would care like they didn't then. And like all these painful things that everyone has ever said to me prior to that period and during that period had all come crumbling down on me, and I thought, you know, it's all true. The names that they've been calling me, the insults I've had, the taunts and saying why don't you just kill yourself have all just come into my head, and I tried. Unlike my song, I didn't use a rope. I was lucky enough to not land myself into hospital or psychiatric care or any of those things, and I say lucky enough because there have been people who I don't know and I've never met that have ended in hospital, who have ended in psychiatric care, who have ended their own life, and people don't understand what you're going through. No one really does. It's only you, and it's you that still finds it really hard to make yourself better at the end of the day. It's hard to get out of bed, it's hard to function, it's hard to realize that you are human and you are allowed to feel these emotions, but it's too hard to forget all that pain that people have caused you. Jesus Christ. And so for those several years, I think it was about 3 years, I would sit alone in my room in the dark, curtains closed, light turned off, TV was probably the only thing that was on, sometimes not even that. I would have no music playing, my room was just quiet, and I would always try to end my own life. Each time I said I was failing, I cried myself to sleep, and I thought the next time I do it, it would be real. Sorry, I can't. And when people say that they have tried to kill themselves, or when people said that they've lost someone to suicide, I know what it's like, because it's painful. I've lost an uncle who committed suicide. I don't remember how old he was because I was only little at the time, but I do remember he celebrated his 21st birthday in the ground. I'm now 21. That's almost 10 years have passed between him and I. I could have celebrated my 21st birthday in the ground. I look at him and know that the way he's died, the way it's affected my family and his friends who I don't have contact with, and I know if I was to do the same thing, how it would affect them. My family tends to forget about him. He unfortunately doesn't have a gravestone due to the fact that we can't afford it. No, I'm not looking for handouts if that's what people are saying, but his name doesn't get mentioned in the family anymore. He gets forgotten. And the last time I tried to commit suicide, I thought about that. How much would my family stop caring about me? Because he's forgotten. And only in the past month or so that family members have started talking about him. It's been several years since he's gone. It's taken too long to try and realise that he is a family member who unfortunately did end his life. Unfortunately, he won't ever see his nieces and nephews grow up. I don't understand why he did that. I don't understand why people have forgotten about him, but I do understand why I tried. And I sort of understand why other people tried. When the media says that a celebrity took their own life, it's hard, because I didn't want to hear that. I didn't want to hear my idol took their own life because they didn't cope with life. I didn't want to hear that they've left behind a family. I didn't want to hear that they would be forgotten. I just wanted to hear that they were happy. And clearly they weren't. And so anybody that forgets what happiness is like, it is quite hard to bring it back. It's now been several years since the last time I tried to kill myself. God, I find it really hard to admit that, because I haven't even admit that to my mum, and if she heard that, she would not be happy, because she thought that her little girl would never do that. And if my dad had that, well, he would place the blame game. Sorry, Dad. The last time I tried to do this, I was 16 years old. I'm now 21, so time has passed and has made me realise that there is a light at the end of the road, and has made me realise that during that dark period, I somehow figured out the secret to getting out. I don't know how I did, but I did. I can't tell you the secret because it's mine. You've got to figure that out on your own. Don't let people tell you that it's just a phase, because it's not. It's more than just a phase. It's more than just imagination. It's real, and unfortunately it gets swept under the carpet like every other stupid thing people think you are. But you're not stupid. You're perfect, you're human, and you are allowed to make mistakes. The way that I convinced myself to get out of it, I guess I'm going to share it anyway, screw it. As I listened to a particular song, and it was always the same song that played. Unfortunately, I can't remember the name of the song because I can't find it anymore. But it was by Alice Cooper, and I've been told that it's actually a cover song. But at the end of the song, the backup singers sang on it, "What part of death don't you understand?" And Alice Cooper kept saying, "This isn't what I signed up for. I signed up for a nightmare, not this." So he knew what was life part of, but he didn't expect people telling him to kill himself. I mean, that may not be what Alice Cooper meant in his song, but that's what I came out thinking. I even though I didn't technically sign up for life myself, it was my parents who signed me up. I know what to expect. I know that life is going to have its ups and downs, but I didn't sign up to expect that I'm going to end my life at a short age. And it's really hard to think that. And so the last time I did it, the questions I asked myself was, what's going to happen to my future? Like I said, I was 16, so at the time I would have been in year 10. So I thought, am I going to finish school? Probably not, because I'll be in the ground. Would I go to my school formal? Probably not, because I'll be in the ground. Would I have my dream husband? Probably not, because I'll be in the ground. Would I have my dream kids? Probably not. Would I have my dream career? Would I have all these futures and dreams that I wanted to come true? I kept saying no, because I would be in the ground. I'm 21, and I've realized that if I kept saying no to these answers, it made me realize, and it did, it made me realize that I wouldn't be here telling you what I did. I wouldn't be here, you know, making a fool out of myself by singing. I know I'm horrible. I wouldn't be here hearing stuff and trying to convince people, drop whatever you're doing. Drop the weapon, drop the thing that you're using, just drop it and shove it away. You don't need it. Seriously, you don't. If I can get out of my dark tunnel, you can too. Just ask yourself questions, and if your answer is always no, then you need to see some help. If you go to your local doctor, they'll probably help you. You go to your local hospital, they'll probably help you. Talk to a friend, a family member, talk to somebody online. You may feel like you're going to be judged, but the main part is that you're getting the help you deserve, okay? I never got the help I deserved, and I'm doing it on my own, and I'm still struggling, but I know that I'm not going to end my own life. That's why I write songs, so I can prove that to you. So, I'm nice and calm now. I've stopped crying. I've admitted something that I've never admitted to anybody, so you must be really lucky, and I really hope my mum doesn't find this out. Awkward. Okay, I'm gonna go now. And remember, you're not alone. Remember that killing yourself is a permanent solution to something that's only temporary. Okay?